You're listening to Dear Tarot with me, Simone Katherine. I'm your guide for uplifting and honest tarot. In each episode, listeners write in with real questions about love, work, life purpose, and I pull the cards, connect with spirits, and bring the messages directly to you here on the podcast. Are you in? Let's get started. In this podcast episode, we're going to answer 3 listener questions. How can I improve my finances? Why are my coworkers such jerks? I love that one. And what does my new life path look like? You'll hear guidance, gentle truth, and actionable steps. So grab a notebook. Clarity is coming. The first question comes from an anonymous listener who says, Dear Tarot, how can I improve my finances? I feel like I work really hard and somehow it just doesn't ever seem like I'm getting ahead. What can I do? Thank you, Anonymous. Well, the first card that I pulled for you today was the Star card, which talks about the fact that there is still hope for this situation. Spirit really wants to underline that for you. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled, your desires and the things that you want to manifest. And so this is really a case of nourishing not only yourself, but also your finances. Without a solid financial situation or foundation, we're more likely to have a harder time being able to relax and truly enjoy ourselves. And so the very first step for sort of clawing yourself out of this situation is actually to pare back, to um, take it easy for a while in terms of what you do in spending, to create a foundation. And that means creating specific spaces for your money to go, like even 6 or 7. That's what the 7 here, the 7 of Pentacles is here, kind of reminding me like of probably at least 6 different places in which you can actually, maybe even 7, in which you can actually kind of hide your money, so to speak. And of course, this could be physical spaces or it could be banks. That would really be up to you. You can use your intuition on that one. But we want actually strong holding for our money. And so it's talking about maybe having specific savings accounts that you don't have immediate access to that save money for certain things. Maybe you already have a retirement account, but let's think of more ways that you can even safeguard your money. There's also a limit on spending coming through the 3 of Wands. And this particular card talks about the importance of not giving away your power to other people, corporations, that kind of thing. And your money is one of the ways that you have power in society. It just is. I know that some people don't like to hear that, but it's true. And you have to use money in this physical world. And so money is not irrelevant to your life and is not mutually exclusive from a life of spirituality. So you can have both. You don't have to choose one or the other, and you're not a bad spiritual person if you have money. Bad things are not necessarily going to happen to you. All right. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for coming through with that awesome reading. What amazing messages we're waiting for you from Spirit. Overall, I think definitely use your intuition. It's strong. Safeguard your money. You're good at it. You actually are good at it and you have a good brain for it. So do that. Put your money into gold, bars, or whatever. It doesn't matter what that actually looks like for you, just as a sense of how do you energetically protect your money. Are you interested in a reading tailored to your exact situation? In the private session, I tune into your spread and your story. So the guidance speaks directly to you and your situation, not a general one. Walk away with clarity on your next step, aligned timing, and a simple plan you can act on today. Book your individualized tarot or astrology reading now. Link in the show notes. The next question is coming in from Hannah. And Hannah wants to know something that's probably on a lot of your minds also. Why are my coworkers such jerks? Great question, Hannah. Well, the card that immediately popped through for me is the Nine of Pentacles in her reverse position. And this is a card of luxury. In the picture, she's wearing a long flowing gown. She's standing in a garden. She has like a falcon or a hawk on her hand, and she's got these big coins behind her. You can also see like a lot of grapes on the grapevine, and she's wearing like a bonnet. It's sunny out. Okay, she's feeling it. She's feeling her vibes. And this, however, has come in the reverse position for you. What does that mean? It means that your coworkers are not okay. They have a lot of pressure on them. They are in a sense of fight or flight. They don't feel good. And that is taken out wherever they can safely take it out. And one of the safe places to take it out is with the coworkers. And that's why it's not a conducive environment to making friendships that last. Some friendships will bloom out of it. However, it's a space where people feel really freaked out pretty often. It's just the way that things are in that specific job, the vibes of the owners, and that doesn't have anything to do with you as a person and their dislike or apparent unease with you. Or even sometimes when they're rude, is not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of the pressure that they are under mixed with the type of person that they are. And I'm not one of those types of people who says that all people are inherently good. I used to say that. I don't say it anymore because I don't actually think that all people are inherently good. And I think that some people really struggle with life and it's hard for them. Some people maybe even have mental illness. Some people have life circumstances that you can't see. And so they may be dealing with that in the only way that they know how, which is rude AF, right? And that is just always going to happen. Nothing is going to change that. Doesn't matter how nice you are to them. Doesn't matter how much you try with them. They will just be that way. And that is okay because you also have really good friendships there. You have people who you can trust. And you have people who naturally understand you, naturally get you, and naturally channel that stress into a different space that doesn't have to do with you. It's just 50-50. It's not a reflection of you. Let them be jerks. Get back to doing what you need to do. Focus on the people who are nice to you. And remember that these people are under a lot of pressure. In fact, I was listening to a podcast just today about this woman, perhaps you've heard of her, called Reality Winner. and that is her actual name. And she talks about being in prison. And during that time, she said, I became the person I had to be to survive that situation. And that's what a toxic work environment also does for you or for certain people. And some people just naturally are going to be jerks. Some people are going to use that, put that stress in healthier places where it belongs instead of amongst the coworkers. And those are the type of people you got to focus on. Okay. And the ones who are acting up and being rude as, all can be, then fuck it, dude. Move on. Your life doesn't have to revolve around that situation. Doesn't have to revolve on whether they like you or not. If today's message sparked something specific for you, a one-on-one reading lets us go deeper into your chart, your cards, and your real-world constraints. You'll leave with personal insight, timing windows, and a tangible next step so that uncertainty stops running your show. Reserve your session today using the link in the show notes. Today's third reading also comes from an anonymous listener, and the question is, what does my new life path look like? Dear Tarot, I have been on this specific life path for a while now where I'm just a stay-at-home mom and I don't do much outside of that. I'm wondering, there's going to be some changes in our financial situation, and I'm wondering about taking a new life path. My kids are in school now, and I really want to do something meaningful with my life. And that comes from an anonymous reader. And this says, I've got the first card out for you, which is the Four of Wands, which talks about triumph, family triumph, celebration. I've also got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which talks about a lack of focus or dedication to one simple path. And that may be the reason that this particular path that you're on right now isn't really working out. It seems a little scattered. But let's say you were able to take fear out of the equation and really focus on all the joy and excitement that this Four of Wands shows us. And that is a new excitement and dedication for life, feelings that you are celebrating and you're excited to show up. If fear wasn't in the equation, what would you do? And this is an important question to ask yourself. If you weren't feeling any fear, what would your path be? And if that is unclear to you still, it's because your mind is sort of in a cloud of indecision. And that's mostly based on a lack of self-confidence. That's what the Eight of Pentacles here tells me. The Eight of Pentacles, of course, is a card that when we see it in its reverse position asks us, what would it look like if you were guaranteed to be successful at whatever you choose to do on this new path? The Fool has showed up here in reverse as well, and the Fool depicts a young figure, possibly male or female, maybe leaning towards male, carrying some food in a basket on a stick over his shoulder. He has a little dog with him, and he's on like a mountain adventure. He's stepping out into his spicy new lifestyle. But this card has actually come in reverse for you at this time, which again indicates to me that there's a lack of direction, but not only direction, more so a lack of really knowing where you even want to go, which is the same thing. What am I trying to say? A lack of an ability to get started on the path. So not only are you a little bit unclear about what path you want to go on, which is shown to me by the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, But you also have the Fool in reverse, which shows me that even if you did know where you were going, you're still a little hesitant to take that first step. Here's what Spirit wants you to know. You're guaranteed success. And it's funny that that was the question that the previous card asked, but it's true. You are guaranteed success because you're actually really close to it. And the reason that you're sort of unclear about your path and even writing into the podcast and even asking is because you just need permission. And so you have it. There you go. You have permission from Spirit. It's time. Go for it. Do it. Yes. Go ahead and get clear on what you want to do and get clear on just getting the momentum. But the truth is that that thing that you're thinking of right now that's coming to mind is actually very, very highly likely to be successful for you because it's actually a marriage of a lot of skills that you already have and life experiences. And so you just kind of have to put a price tag on it, write it down, and take the first step because that's the next easiest action that moves you forward. Thank you for listening to the Dear Tarot podcast. To book your individual reading, use the link in the show notes. And if you would like to submit your question to Dear Tarot for a future episode, the link is also in the show notes to find out more information.